The galaxy was a busy place. Different planets and species lived and worked together. The Galactic Council kept peace. They were the leaders of many worlds. But all was calm, because one race stood strong: humanity. Humans were known for their courage and strength. They helped many planets and fought to keep peace. They had many spaceships and great leaders. Everyone in the galaxy trusted humans. They were the protectors. One day everything changed. The Galactic Council was in the middle of a meeting. Suddenly the message screens showed a strange signal. It was from Earth, the home of humans. But the signal was weak and quiet. Then, it stopped completely. No one could believe it. The humans went silent. The leaders looked at each other in shock. Silence from Earth was not normal. They sent many messages, but there was no reply. The silence grew longer. Time passed. But still, no word from humanity. The Galactic Council began to worry. What had happened to Earth? Was there a war? Was Earth destroyed? Or did humans just decide to stop talking? The silence made the whole galaxy nervous. No one knew the truth. The Galactic Council called for a special meeting. All the leaders gathered in a big hall. They talked about what to do. Some said to send a fleet to Earth. Others said to wait more. The fear grew stronger. A young leader named Zorak spoke. "If humans stay silent, the whole galaxy is in danger," he said. "We must find answers quickly." The council agreed to send scouts. These were fast ships with the best pilots. Their mission was to fly to Earth and find out what was happening. The scouts left with hope. But no one knew what they would find. As the scouts traveled through space, they felt a strange silence. Even the stars seemed quiet. When they reached Earth's system, they found something strange. The planet was dark. No lights, no signals, no ships. It looked like Earth was sleeping, or worse, dead. One scout, named Lyra, was the first to get close. She sent a message back. "Earth is quiet. No signs of life or activity. Something is wrong." The council listened with heavy hearts. Suddenly, a new signal appeared on the scouts' screens. It was different. A faint message in a language no one recognized. The message repeated slowly: warning, danger, silence, survival. No one understood everything. But the message was clear. Humanity was in trouble. The scouts tried to find more clues. They looked for ships or signs of battle. But Earth was empty. Back at the Galactic Council, the leaders grew more afraid. What could be so dangerous to make humans go silent? The galaxy depended on them for safety. Rumors started to spread. Some said Earth was attacked by a powerful enemy. Others thought humans found a terrible secret that made them hide. The silence created fear in many hearts. The galaxy waited for a sign, any sign, from humanity. In a small room on a distant planet, an old human scientist watched the stars. He had a small radio that sometimes caught messages from Earth. He whispered, "We must survive. We must protect the galaxy. Silence is our shield." The scientist looked tired, but determined. Back in the council hall, the meeting ended with one clear decision: send a bigger fleet to Earth. This fleet would be ready for war or peace, but they must find out the truth. As the ships prepared to leave, the galaxy held its breath. The silence was louder than any noise. No one knew what waited on Earth. The day humanity went quiet was the day the galaxy began to tremble. The scouts flew back from Earth, their ships carrying more questions than answers. The silence of humanity was like a shadow that stretched across the stars. The Galactic Council waited anxiously for the reports. What had caused the great silence? Was Earth safe? Or was something else happening, something no one understood yet? When the lead scout, Lyra, appeared in the council chamber, everyone fell silent. Her face was serious, but she had something important to say. "Earth is not destroyed," she said. "But it is not the same either. We found signs, strange signals coming from beneath the planet's surface. Something is happening underground. Something big and unknown. The council members looked at each other, their minds racing. What could be hiding beneath Earth? Why did humanity choose silence? Lyra continued. We detected a deep energy source. It is not from any known technology. It feels alive, but it is silent. We also found ruins, old and new. It seems humanity is hiding or preparing for something. The room filled with whispers. The Galactic Council had never seen anything like this. One leader asked, could it be an enemy or a natural disaster? Lyra shook her head. We don't know, but we believe it is why humans stopped communicating. They want to protect something or someone. Suddenly, a new message came through from a hidden human team. It was short and unclear, but full of warning. Silence is our shield. We are not defeated. Wait for us. Danger grows, but hope remains. The message left everyone puzzled. The humans were still alive, but choosing silence to protect themselves and the galaxy. The council faced a hard choice. Should they wait quietly, hoping humans would return, or should they send more help and risk unknown dangers? Meanwhile, far from the council, in a secret place on a distant moon, a small group of humans worked quietly. They repaired old ships, built new machines, and prepared for the coming days. Their leader, Captain Aaron, was calm but ready. We cannot speak yet, he told his team. Our silence is the only way to keep the galaxy safe. The truth is stronger than anyone can imagine. The humans were not hiding because they were weak. They were silent because they were planning something great, something that could change the galaxy forever. Back on the council planet, fear mixed with hope. The silence was not just empty space. It was a sign of strength and caution. The council sent a new fleet, not to fight but to watch and protect. They named it the Guardians. These ships were fast, quiet, and smart. Their mission was simple: guard the galaxy and be ready for whatever was coming. As the Guardians left, the stars seemed to shine brighter, but the silence from Earth remained. The galaxy held its breath, waiting for the day humanity would speak again. A strange calm filled the galaxy. Days turned into weeks, and still, no clear word came from humanity. The Galactic Council watched carefully, but their patience was running thin. The mystery of Earth's silence grew deeper, and whispers spread among the stars. Then, out of nowhere, a new message appeared on the Council's communication screens. It was faint and broken, but it was definitely from humans. The message was short but full of meaning. We are hidden. Danger is close. Prepare but do not fear. Our silence is for survival and strength. Trust us. The council was puzzled but hopeful. Who were these hidden humans? What kind of danger did they face? And why was their silence so important? In a secret base deep beneath Earth's surface, a small team of humans worked tirelessly. They were scientists, engineers, and explorers. Their leader, Captain Aaron, stood by a large, glowing map that showed the galaxy in bright colors and shadows. We have found something, Aaron said softly, something the galaxy has never seen. It is not a weapon, nor a ship. It is something old, powerful, and unknown. The team listened closely. The silence that had spread was a shield, a way to protect this secret from those who might misuse it. Why hide? Asked one young scientist. Why not tell the council? Aaron smiled gently. Because some truths are too great. We must prepare carefully. When the time is right, we will show the galaxy what we have become. Meanwhile, far away, the Guardians patrolled the stars. Their ships were swift and silent, watching over the galaxy's edges. They sent regular reports to the council. No attacks, no new threats, just quiet space. But the Guardians sensed something else. A subtle change in the stars, a faint energy shifting in the darkness. It was not fear or danger. It was a call, a signal from the deep. The council realized humanity's silence was not the end. It was the beginning of something new, something that would change the galaxy forever. Leaders gathered once again. We must trust humans, one said. Their silence is not weakness. but wisdom. The council agreed. They would wait, watch, and prepare. And so in the quiet of space, the galaxy held its breath. The day humanity went silent was not the end. It was the calm before a great awakening. The galaxy was changing. The quiet that had settled was not empty. It was full of meaning. Everyone felt it. The stars seemed brighter, but the space between them held secrets. The Galactic Council waited, watching the skies, feeling a mix of hope and worry. Then, one morning, the Guardians spotted something. Far beyond the known borders of the galaxy, a soft glow appeared. It was unlike anything anyone had seen before, a gentle light that pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. The council called an emergency meeting. "What is this light?" they asked. "Is it a new discovery or a warning?" The scouts were sent to investigate. As they approached the light, their instruments detected a strange energy, calm but strong, peaceful but powerful. On Earth, the humans felt it too. Captain Aaron stood in the command room watching the same glow on their screens. "This is what we have been preparing for," he said quietly. "The galaxy is waking up to a new reality." The humans had spent months preparing beneath the surface. They built ships and technology unlike anything seen before. Their silence had been a time to grow stronger, to protect a secret energy source they discovered deep in Earth's core. This energy was pure and full of power, able to change everything. How ships traveled, how energy was used, how life itself could grow. But it was also delicate. If it fell into the wrong hands, the balance of the galaxy could shift forever. The humans decided to reveal this secret carefully. They sent a small signal to the Galactic Council, not words, but a pattern, a promise of peace and cooperation. The council leaders watched the signal with wonder. It was a call for trust, not fear. The Guardians, too, changed their course. Instead of watching from afar, they moved closer to Earth's system. Their mission was no longer just to guard, but to learn and support. As the Guardians arrived, the humans welcomed them quietly. The silence was ending, but the mystery remained. A meeting was set between Captain Aaron and the council leaders. They would talk face to face for the first time in months. The galaxy held its breath. Would this meeting bring new hope, or would the silence return once more? The answer was waiting, hidden in the stars. The day had come. After months of waiting and wondering, the leaders of the Galactic Council finally met with the humans. The great hall was filled with quiet energy. Everyone knew this meeting could change the future of the galaxy. Captain Aaron entered the room, calm and confident. His eyes held stories of struggle and hope. The council leaders watched him closely. No words were spoken at first, only a deep silence that spoke louder than any sound. Then Aaron began to speak. "We chose silence because we needed time to prepare," he said softly. "Not because we were afraid, but because what we found was too important to risk." He explained the energy hidden beneath Earth, a force that could bring light, power, and peace to the galaxy, if used wisely. "But it is fragile," Aaron said, "and it must be protected from harm. That is why we went quiet, to protect it from those who do not understand." The council listened carefully. Questions filled the room, but Aaron answered each one with honesty and hope. He told them about the humans' new ships, built with this energy, faster and smarter than anything before. "And now," Aaron said, "we are ready to stand with the galaxy again, not as silent watchers, but as partners." The leaders nodded, feeling a mix of relief and excitement. The silence had been a test, and humanity had passed with strength and wisdom. Outside, the Guardians watched quietly as the first human warship moved through the stars. It was not a sign of conflict, but a symbol of protection and promise. The galaxy began to feel different. The stars shone brighter and hope grew in the hearts of many. But the story was not over. The energy beneath Earth was still a secret that needed care. The humans and the council agreed to work together, to protect it, to learn from it, and to share its power when the time was right. As the meeting ended, Aaron looked around. This silence was our strength. Now our voice will be heard. The galaxy waited, ready to listen. The galaxy had changed forever. After the meeting, a new chapter began. Humanity's silence was broken, but their true journey was just starting. The secret energy beneath Earth was no longer hidden. It was a promise to the galaxy. The Galactic Council and humans worked side by side. Scientists from many worlds joined forces with Earth's brightest minds. Together, they learned how to use the energy to power cities, heal planets, and explore deeper space than ever before. The Guardians, once watchers from afar, now flew with humans. Their ships moved faster and farther, guided by the new energy's power. Yet even with this great hope, the galaxy knew the future held challenges. The energy was a gift, but also a responsibility. Careless use could upset the balance of life and nature. Captain Aaron stood on Earth's highest tower, watching the stars twinkle. He thought of the long silence, the quiet that had saved humanity and gave them strength. The silence was never empty, he said quietly. It was a promise. Promise that we would return stronger and wiser. Across the galaxy, voices began to rise in song and celebration. The unity between worlds grew. The dark times of fear and doubt were slowly fading. But the stars still held mysteries. New signals came from distant systems and meant invitations to explore, to learn, and to grow. The galaxy was alive, filled with new hope and endless possibilities. Humanity had changed. They were no longer just protectors. They were guides and friends. Their silence had taught the galaxy patience, strength, and the power of quiet wisdom. As the sun set on Earth, the first light of a new day spread across the cosmos. The silence was over. The story was only beginning.